Sea level rise threatens the Tampa Bay area as much as any place in the country. So scientists predict that water levels could rise by 4 feet in the next 80 years. And while that may sound like a long time, it's the blink of an eye when it comes to complex topics like urban planning and resiliency. Phil Buck shows you that's why the mayors of Tampa, St. Pete, and Clearwater were all on the same stage today talking about the need to plan together for sea level rise.
Want to give yourself a scare? Go and check out the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Sea Level Rise Viewer online. By moving the slider, it'll show you where water levels will be at 1 foot, 2 feet, all the way up to 6 feet above sea level. And spoiler alert, Tampa Bay doesn't fare very well against rising waters. Which is why all 3 mayors of Tampa Bay's 3 major cities thought the issue was important enough to come together for a panel discussion on resiliency at Tuesday's Champions of Change Summit put on by the Tampa Bay Regional Planning Council.
I think that our community believes in the climate change and sea level rise.
Tampa Mayor Jane Castor says while the threat the area faces is real, our previous experience with extreme weather and sea level rise actually helps us.
You know, you could look at it through either lens, a negative or positive. But, you know, with our response to hurricanes and emergency management and our preparedness, I think that you know, we have a leg up on other communities and other states in that respect.
Meanwhile, all 3 mayors agree that one of the biggest challenges moving forward won't be in logistics or engineering. It will be in educating the public, winning the hearts and minds of the skeptics.
So a lot of people, you know, well, it doesn't impact me, but it does. You know, little steps that we do now will impact the future, and making sure that our youth understand that what we're doing, you know, yeah, it may cost a little bit more money. It might be a little bit inconvenient, but it's important for us to address these issues today.
Organizers say the summit aimed at creating resilient communities is the first of its kind here in the Tampa Bay area. So what is going to be the end result of all of this then, Phil?
Well, Allison, I mean, tomorrow attendees are going to brainstorm how to define and prioritize some of the goals that are going to help guide what's going to be a comprehensive Tampa Bay regional action plan for sea level rise. And that action plan could include everything from how to finance resiliency projects to things we can do pre-disaster to help protect us from major weather events like hurricanes, reducing risks to like housing and neighborhoods and businesses, even how to increase the use of clean energy here in the Tampa Bay.
All things to pay attention to now. You're talking years down the road, but we need to start talking about these things right now.
Or 5 or 10 years ago.
Well, that's probably true as well. So we already have a task force for red tide and one for blue-green algae. Well, a Florida lawmaker just filed a bill to create a task force to tackle sea level rise. The bill would require the Department of Environmental Protection to be an administrator and would allocate $500,000 to create a team to make recommendations to the Environmental Regulation Commission.